by some fire condition. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone, Con of Thrones. Iwan Rheon, everybody.
We're so excited that you're here.
Thank you for coming. Great to be here. So, can we just start out by telling everybody about the band that we're forming? The black shirts.
Oh yeah.
Well, not just black shirts, we're also wearing black pants. So all of us have the same exact outfit on.
Same shoes.
I left those at home, so that's the only other color that I have is literally that color. I think it's called oxblood.
Yeah.
You excited to be here?
I am, yeah. It's great to be in Nashville. It's a wonderful place. You guys excited to be in
We were talking backstage before we came up here about the great timing of being in Nashville or in the States in general right before the 4th of July. So it's a great time for you to be here and celebrate our independence from...
Yes. So, it's alright. Probably deserve to get rid of them.
We just talked about it backstage, but I think we should do it for all of you because not all of you can fit back there. We can tell everybody how to pronounce your name.
Iwan Rheon is how you...
There it is. We don't want to hear any other versions of it for the rest of the weekend, guys. This is how you say it.
No excuses now.
Yeah. So Nashville. I think just knowing what your history is with the show and because of the show, seeing the things that you've been up to, I thought when we were thinking about Nashville and we were thinking about inviting you, I was like, the music career and the stuff that you put together, and like it must be really exciting to come here and be stuck in Music City for Con of Thrones, and it seemed like a really cool thing.
Yeah, man, yeah, it's so cool here. Yesterday we were sort of walking down Broadway and just seeing how many, there's like 4 layers, all these bars, and there's a band playing and everything. It's like so cool.
Music's mixed together, it sounds like cacophony.
Yeah, it's really cool, and it's just it's just all about the music here, which is great.
We just missed the Stanley Cup Finals. I don't know if anyone here is a Predators fan. I know we've got some Predators fans on staff, and I mean, I was pulling for you guys so hard, especially after taking out the Blackhawks. Come on. Anyway, sports. It was Nashville was, it was the most, I've never seen anything like it. The city was growing. It was pretty
Cool.
Well, so I don't know if everybody here in the audience knows your music background or your music career, and I think that, like you're saying, here in Nashville, there's so much live music here. If you could kind of give everybody a rundown of all you've accomplished on that front.
Yeah, it's something that I've always done from being a kid. It's kind of what I really wanted to do, really. I wanted to be a rock star. and yeah, but it kind of, as the acting career kind of started kicking off, it's kind of difficult to do both. And I was playing in bands and stuff, but then I decided, well, I'll just start writing songs on the guitar. You can take the guitar everywhere. So it became that, and so it's just something I do because I really love music. And it's not really, and what's wonderful about it now is that it's not actually about money or making a career out of it. It's just something that I get to do and I'm in complete control of it, and I get to make whatever tunes that happen to come out of me. And so it's really cool thing to do. So I released my first album 2 years ago.
While you were filming, right? Like you recorded?
Yeah, it was in between. I think we must have been doing season 4, Game of Thrones. Yeah, so I just do a little week in the studio and then go and do some terrible things to some poor people. and then go and do some music to cleanse my soul.
We'll get into that. But I'm curious though, because I just think that's so cool that you've got this huge passion for music, but also this incredible talent on television. Can you talk a little bit about the creative differences between channeling your energy into your music and channeling your energy into the show, and how that overlaps or how that's different?
The thing is, when you're shooting the TV series, especially something like Game of Thrones, it's so many people and it's a well-oiled machine. So you literally just get wheeled on. It's like, right, your day, your scene's up, get on now. I'll go home. But with the music, it's kind of something that I'm completely in control of. So it's kind of nice, and it's really, it's nice to have something creative to do in between like acting jobs or in between scenes or whatever, you know, when you're just sitting in a trailer. So it's just something that really helps me, I think, just sitting with a guitar and singing. So yeah, it's very, especially with some of the characters I end up playing.
I was gonna say, as you're playing Ramsay, does any of his stuff kind of seep into your music yet?
Thankfully not, no, it's the complete opposite again. Songs about flaying and stuff.
It's like Hidden a love song. It's about heartbreak.
Yeah.
Literally.
I broke the heart.
Man, that's a rough way to go, honestly. I mean, so you're here at the convention. Obviously, we brought it up a few times. You know, Ramsay Bolton, obviously, villainous person. You gotta get tired of hearing those questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's just part of it, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder if I'm sometimes a bit of a disappointment when people meet me and they're like, oh.
Like, why are you so
So
nice?
you'd be horrible. But then I guess, yeah. Lucky for you, I'm not like my character, otherwise.
I was gonna say, are there any experiences particularly where people have treated you differently because they just know you from the characters, not only Game of Thrones, but a couple other things, projects you've been working on, they treat you the way they treat your character?
No, I don't think so. I think with something like Game of Thrones, because it's set in the sort of fictional but yet historical world, they sort of obviously know we're all actors. It doesn't stop people from calling you Ramsay in the street, but you know.
I mean, it's not real.
Just don't call me Ramsay Snow. It's more Bolton to you.
I mean, yeah. That was a pretty powerful moment. I think we were all watching the TV show when that happened. I remember you guys were standing on the hill. I think it was outside of Winterfell.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh shit.
It was really windy and very cold. I remember we were like, we're still going to film the scene now in this. I was like, okay.
There's 30 other people in like full jackets that are completely fine.
Yeah, all these people in completely
windbreakers.
covered, in North Face gear going.
They got lit up things on their back.
Yeah, I mean, we had sort of, warmers in our shoes and stuff. There's only a point. We had, the actors were lucky. The supporting actors, the extras and stuff, they had to just stand up there. It was much worse for them. But yeah, it was a pretty cold day. And when you've got like a big cloak and a sword and stuff, and you're getting blown around, we're trying to just really serious, poignant moment. It's like, can I go home now?
When you approached Game of Thrones, I'm assuming that it started with an audition process and from there. Was there anything particularly about the script that really spoke to you enough to just seek the project out yourself?
Well, I was when the pilot came and they were casting that, I read that pilot and auditioned for. Well, it was just like a random. I think it was Daenerys' brother. I was auditioning for first. Viserys, yeah. He died in season 1. How can you remember these people?
You just have to rewatch it for all.
And then after that, but then they decided we wanted to go for Jon Snow, so I was auditioning for that.
Jon Snow.
Yeah, it was.
That's a character.
Yeah, so I was quite familiar with it, and then it literally was down to me and Kit as to who was going to play Jon Snow. He got it back, and I think it was, I think they made a very good decision. But yeah, so and then season 2 was coming, and I was like, oh, a minute, why am I getting sick of this? I went all the way to the... So I started thinking that they hated me. And then this character, and when I first got this script for the audition for Ramsay, he was just called Boy.
Yeah.
And I was like, then I wrote, let's not be the part of Boy.
I was number 2 for that.
Come on. Johnson. What I'm going to do is
casting for Tom and Lannister.
Yeah, but it was just, I just thought, well, I'm going to need a little bit more than Boy, guys, if you don't want me to do it. And then they were saying, he's Ramsay Snow, and but you can't tell anyone for a year until it comes out. It's like, oh, great. So when people are asking me, what part are you playing? Oh, you got part of Game of Thrones, that's great. What part are you playing? Boy. Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's great. That's good news it was quite relieved at the end to be able to actually say who I was playing.
Yeah, Yeah. What was the reaction of your friends and family as you can't talk much about the process beforehand and have them see you on screen?
Yeah, well, you're not allowed to talk about anything. It's very, by pain of death. You will not reveal any secrets. But so I guess it's funny when they watch it, they're like, oh man, your character, whoa. He's not very nice. I mean, it's quite funny. People, I think they just find it really funny seeing me do all that stuff with my friends. Like this.
Who's this guy?
Yeah, can't do that.
I have a completely random question I just thought of because I'm looking at you. Have you ever seen the meme, which is the thing on the internet? You know, memes are really weird. Some people call it memes. Have you ever seen the meme where you're standing near Alfie, who's put up on that thing that I guess you put him up on? I hope that wasn't too tough. And they put 50 Shades of Greyjoy.
Oh, yeah.
It's good timing.
Yeah, brilliant, genius.
It's a good moment. It's like if you look at it differently, it could be very intimate. It kind of was.
I was trying to put a bit of kind of, I wanted it to be a bit sort of weird and you're not sure he's kind of sexual and so I was actively doing that, Glad people, noticed.
Well, can you talk a little bit about that and how you get into that mindset and kind of bring those subtleties to the character?
I guess it's just like any other role, you do your homework and it's just being really prepared and sort of, you take everything from the script and also the David and Dan, the creators, they were really great, sort of sat me down with really good discussions about the character and what he was. So it was kind of, you just have to just go there, man, and we're not go all the way there, but go there to a certain degree. It was hard, those things were harder for Alfie, to be honest, because he was, he was in a lot, it was very uncomfortable for him, and it was just thankless for him, because all he had was just me in his face all day going, so afterwards, in the night, I'd have to take him out for dinner and go play pool, and it was so good. So it's alright, mate, we're just pretending, it's okay. Remember, mate, everyone will forgive your character now, I think.
Brenda's Day video is basically the chemistry that you guys have. He walks in the room, it's the eye lock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was good.
That was funny.
I feel like I love the effort that HBO, Game of Thrones, and David Dan, the entire production team, put into the show. I think it's really unlike anything else that I've seen on television, and honestly, it's getting to the point where it's unlike anything I see on the screen. And it's a very cool thing. And
it's impressive how they do this, man. It's the logistics of filming a series like that. I just wouldn't know where to start. And I mean, at some point, I think we were doing season 6. There were 4 units independently filming different things, all over the world and in Belfast. It was like, wow. How do people just? Because I thought we could just turn up on the wrong set, like, oh. It's not my set, I'm in the wrong place.
There's so many characters that don't quite remember, like, who are you? You're Boy, right?
Yeah. Yes, I'm Boy.
Boy, we need you in Belfast. So, you've had interior filming in Belfast, but you've also been part of the camera crews that are shooting outside of places like Winterfell. And obviously, I have to bring it up because it's my dog, who's my best friend, he's a big fan of yours.
Licking his lips.
That and you often have dogs, and he looks at the screen. He's like, what are those hounds barking at? That's why he just lights up every time.
That's what he's watching the show.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a whole other level. The animals watch Game of Thrones as well.
The streets are great.
Horses love Game of Thrones. Some of their favourite horse actors.